Hello students, how are you all? Welcome to Affairscloud, Learn to Lead. My name is Vikas Rana. So students, we have an app by the name Careers Cloud which you can go and download through the Play Store. This application is a one-stop solution for all the students who are preparing for government exams. This application is valid just for the Android users. Once you have downloaded the application, you can go and log in through your Gmail ID, and once you have logged in, you will be moved on to this page where you can see the various courses that are offered by us. To avail this course, you can use a code that is crack10 to get an additional 10% discount on the purchase you make. If we talk about the course, why this course is so important, how you will be benefiting through this course. If you see, we provide current affairs on the daily basis, on weekly basis, as well as monthly basis. On daily basis, we will be providing you with PDFs of the content of that particular day. Apart from this, you will be getting a quiz on your application that will be of 20 questions quiz on daily basis that will help you in boosting your preparation. Apart from that, on weekly, you will be getting a 50 questions quiz for your preparation, as well as if you see, you will also get a PDF that will contain all the important compiled news, current affairs of that particular week. And similarly, for monthly, you will be getting a top 100 questions PDF of that whole month. That is very important PDF and will be covering the most important news of that particular month. Alright, apart from this, we also cover banking awareness. All the banking aspirants, those who are preparing for bank exams, will absolutely love our course because we cover almost 99.99% of the syllabus of your bank exams. Here you will see we will also provide with quizzes as well as the PDFs. Apart from this, if you see the topic wise, for example, there are multiple questions that are related to obituary, important days, who won which event, who was awarded with which award. So all these topics that are related to your GS also or GK, such as apps and web portals, these are the current affairs that are important days, your books and authors, the new applications that were launched, new government schemes that were launched by the government, or your international affairs or your national affairs. All these topics, there are 20 such topics of which we are providing the PDF, as well as we teach on YouTube, where you can go and check our channel and you will be surprised that the content that we are providing is absolutely amazing. Alright, so this will be helping you to boost your preparation in the long term. This YouTube channel, you can go and subscribe to our channel, that is your Affairscloud, that will help you for your revision purpose also. Apart from this, we cover the state current affairs also. Here you can see the current affairs and all these content that we provide you that are bilingual. That means we provide you in English as well as both in Hindi also. Alright, so all the students who are from the Hindi language will also be benefited through our course. Also friends, you can purchase our course for 2 years. Alright, also for 1 year. If the students have exam or they are planning for the long term and they want to study for 2 years and they are expecting to give exam after 1 year, then they can opt for 2 years. As well as if the student is planning to give exam next year, then they can go for the 1 year course also. So these are the two types of courses that are available by us. In the end friends, if you use a code that is Vikas10, you will be getting an additional extra 10% discount by using this code Vikas10. Also, if you have any problem regarding the course purchase, any problem regarding to our application, you can contact us on the mobile number that is 9677333862. And if you want to mail us, you can also mail us on support@affairscloud.com, and I assure you that our representative from us will be contacting you soon and resolving your issue. So friends, in this video, we will be discussing important current affairs of 29th and 30th of May. The session will be very important, so do pay attention till the end. Apart from this, I suggest you all to make notes, and if you are not making notes, I'll recommend all the new students who are here that please make notes, because making notes will be very helpful for you in the long term. When you are revising, notes will be helpful to you. Notes will be your friends at the time of revising before your exam. Before 1 month of the exam is very crucial, and in that all you have to do is just revise the notes that you are making in this time period. Alright, so note making is a very good habit and you should definitely follow that. So let's move to the question of the day. We'll be discussing the answer of this question at the end of the video, and the question of the day is, what was the venue of the 4th Regional Security Dialogue on Afghanistan? Where was this 4th edition of the Regional Security Dialogue took place? Then moving on to the first news. It is Adani has recently bought 50% stake in the drone startup. This is the first news. Second thing, Adani Group is stepping into commissioning of India's first wind and solar hybrid power generation plant. And where is this India's first wind and solar hybrid power generation plant setup? It is in Jaisalmer, Rajasthan. A 390 megawatt wind solar hybrid power plant was commissioned in Jaisalmer by Adani Hybrid Energy, that is Jaisalmer 1 Limited, that is a subsidiary of Adani Green Energy Limited. So two questions related to Adani Group that you need to remember. First, that they have bought 50% stake in the drone startup, and second, that Adani Group is stepping into commissioning India's first wind solar hybrid power generation plant in Jaisalmer, Rajasthan. So question can be asked that where is Adani Group setting up the India's first wind and solar power generation plant? That is in Jaisalmer, Rajasthan, and it will be a 390 megawatt capacity, is 390 megawatt of energy, wind solar energy will be generated here. If we look at the key information, AGEL stand here for Adani Green Energy Limited. Operational capacity has increased to 5.8 gigawatt following the commissioning of this 390 megawatt hybrid power plant. It will help AGEL's total renewable 20.4 gigawatt portfolio with its vision of 45 gigawatt capacity by the year 2030, and India has taken the target to make India carbon neutral by what year? By 2070. India is targeting, or government of India is targeting to make India carbon neutral. Alright, if we talk about Solar Energy Corporation of India, SECI, that is your Solar Energy Corporation of India. Where is the headquarter of this? It is located in New Delhi. This was established in 2011. And who is the chairman of Solar Energy Corporation of India? Shri Indu Shekhar Chaturvedi is the current chairman of Solar Energy Corporation of India. Alright, one more thing, remember, Solar Energy Corporation of India is a company that was established by the Indian government's Ministry of New and Renewable Energy. Alright, the reason for this was to implement the National Solar Mission. It is the only central public sector undertaking who is focusing extensively on solar energy itself, and it is your Solar Energy Corporation of India. Alright, so coming back, first news is Adani Group bought 50% stake in the drone startup. Second, it is setting up a wind solar energy power plant at Jaisalmer, Rajasthan. Then remember, with this commissioning of this power plant, this will be providing 390 megawatt of solar wind energy, total renewable energy. Then with the help of this energy, now the total portfolio of this company is to 20.4 gigawatt. Next, moving on, next is Indian Railway has recently introduced country's first semi-high speed goods train. I repeat, recently Indian Railway has introduced the country's first semi-high speed goods train. Indian Railway announced its plan of introducing India's first semi-high speed freight train by December 2022. The trains, marked as Gati Shakti trains, are capable of operating at a speed of 160 km per hour. They can carry up to 16 coach and is based on the Vande Bharat platform. This is being currently manufactured by internal coach factory in Chennai. Now this is important question. Where are these trains being manufactured? They are being manufactured at Integral Coach Factory that is located in Chennai. Alright, we are talking about India's first semi-high speed freight trains. They are capable of operating at a speed of 160 km per hour. 16 coaches can be carried by it. As well as, remember, who is developing this? It is being developed by Integral Coach Factory that is in China. Another thing that you need to pay attention is that these trains are constructed under the PM Gati Shakti, that is a national master plan for multimodal connectivity. Alright, I repeat, what is the speed of these trains? They can run up to 160 km per hour. They have 16 coaches. Who are developing these trains? They are semi-high speed freight trains, and who are developing it? It is being developed by Integral Coach Factory that is located in Chennai. Highly important, pay attention. What is the aim of launching these trains? Indian Railways target to enhance India's e-commerce and courier parcel segment with these dedicated high-speed freight trains. As we see, these are trains that can carry goods. All right, as you see here, they are high-speed goods train. Also, apart from this, Indian Railway is set to increase its capacity in freight transportation by 45% by the year 2030 from the current 27 increase percent. Alright, according to Indian Brand Equity Foundation, as of 2020, India was the 8th largest commerce market in the world with 550 billion US dollar turnover. I repeat, in 2020, according to the data of release that was in 2020, India was the 8th largest e-commerce market in the world with 50 billion US dollar turnover. Here you can see what is the aim, that to enhance the e-commerce market and the courier parcel segment in India, and we saw that Indian Railways is set to increase the capacity to 45% in the year 2030 from the current demand that is of 27%. Then apart, if we talk about Indian Railways, remember India is the first passenger train was operated on 16th of April 1853. I repeat, question can be asked, in India when was the first train started? It was in the year 1853 and it was on 16th of April. The stretch was of 34 km and the location was from Mumbai to Thane. Alright, who is the current chairman and CEO of Railway Board? He is VK Tripathi. Indian Railway owns 4 of the 40 UNESCO World Heritage Sites of India. Alright, so this is everything you need to remember about the country's first semi-high speed goods train. It can run at a speed of 160 km per hour, developed by Integral Coach Factory that is in Chennai. It can carry up to 16 coaches, and these trains are being developed under PM Gati Shakti, that is a master plan for multimodal connectivity. Moving on, next news. Next, we are talking about government has recently approved the guidelines for small business cluster development program. I repeat, recently the government of India has approved the new guidelines for MSAE, that is your micro and small enterprise cluster development program. Here this term is important, cluster small businesses cluster development program. For this, guidelines has been approved by recently the government of India. The new guidelines of this cluster development program are issued in suppression of the previous guidelines of 2019. If we talk about the two important components of this scheme, they are CFCs, that is your common facility center, and second is your infrastructure development. If we talk about common facility centers, the component consists of creation of tangible assets as the common facility centers in industrial estate. And if we talk about the industrial development, this component is for the development of infrastructure in the new and existing notified industrial estate. Alright, so this is your cluster development program specifically targeting the MSC sector, that is your micro and small enterprise sector. What is the reason of launching this guidelines for this small business cluster development program? The reason is to enhance the sustainability, competitiveness and growth of the micro small enterprise by addressing the issues like improvement of technology, by improvement of skills, quality of the product or quality of the service they are providing, then market access, to build the capacity of MSCs and startups for the common supportive action through the integration of self-help groups, through the district industry association and many other factors. Also, it will help in promote green and sustainable manufacturing technology for the clusters to enable units to switch to sustainable and green production products. Alright, and these are the two components of the scheme. As we mentioned, it is common facility centers and your infrastructure development. Moving on, the first question that we are discussing today is, in which city is the Param Yodha Sthal located? Where is this Param Yodha Sthal located? Tell me, what is the location? It is located at New Delhi. The iconic rifle and soldier war helmet, which was the part of Amar Jawan Jyoti at India Gate, were taken to the National War Memorial on 27th of May 2022. It was a symbol of soldiers who died in the 1971 war. Alright, that was up to the Param Warrior site at the National War Memorial. Alright, the Amar Jawan Jyoti at the India Gate was merged with Eternal Flame at the National War Memorial. This is also important question. Can be asked that Amar Jawan Jyoti at the India Gate was merged with the Eternal Flame at dash. It was merged with the Eternal Flame at the National War Memorial in January 2022. The National War Memorial is about 400 meters from India Gate. The Amar Jawan Jyoti was built as a memorial to the Indian soldiers who have lost their life during the Indo-Pakistan War of 1971, which India won. Alright, and thus it led to the creation of which country? It led to the creation of Bangladesh, also remember. Alright, moving on now. So the correct option here is this Param Yodha Sthal. Where is this located? It is located in New Delhi. Next, we are talking about 250th birth anniversary celebration of Rajaram Mohan Roy. This will continue from 22nd of May 2022 to 22nd of May 2023. That means this will be a year-long celebration. It is the 250th birth anniversary of Rajaram Mohan Roy. And where is the inaugural ceremony? It is at Rajaram Mohan Roy Library Foundation, that is located at the Science City Auditorium of Kolkata, West Bengal. This celebration is under the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. The day also marks the 50th foundation day of Rajaram Mohan Roy Library Foundation. G.S. Kishan Reddy, the Union Minister of Culture, virtually inaugurated the statue of Rajaram Mohan Roy at the Rajaram Mohan Roy Library Foundation, that is located at Kolkata. Now the question can also be asked in a way that where is the statue of the Rajaram Mohan Roy located? It is located at, or recently it was unveiled. Where was it unveiled? It was unveiled at the Rajaram Mohan Roy Library, of which 50 years has been completed. So this is the news you need to remember regarding Rajaram Mohan Roy. Who was Rajaram Mohan Roy? He was a great social reformer. He was born in West Bengal in India, and he was born in the year 1772. Alright, Rajaram Mohan Roy. He also worked against the Sati Pratha and many other social. Next we are talking about UNICEF and WHO. They have launched the first global report on assistive technology. I repeat, question will be direct, that who among the following has recently released a report on the assistive technology? What is assistive technology? It is any item, piece of equipment, software program or product that is used to increase or maintain the functional capabilities of persons with disability. It is your assistive technology. So in simple words, a technology that is helping a person with disabilities is your assistive technology. So recently a global report was released by UNICEF along with WHO on this assistive technology. The World Health Organization and the UNICEF jointly launched the first global report on assistive technology, that is GREAT, which is the culmination of the 71st World Health Assembly resolution in 2018 to prepare a global report on the effective access to assistive technology. As per the report, 90% of those who need assistive technology do not have access to it globally. Including this assistive technology into health system is a critical for process towards the targets in the sustainable development goals. Alright, then here you can see what is assistive technology. We just saw it is any piece of equipment or technology that helps or increase the functional capabilities of persons with disabilities. These include a wide range of technologies and devices such as prosthetics, braces, walkers, special switches, special purpose computers, screen readers, circular softwares and many other facilities. According to this report that surveyed in 20 countries, that indicate that large proportion of the population currently using at least one assistive product ranges less than 3% to about 70%. Alright, so you should know what is assistive technology, and this report on assistive technology was released by whom? It was released by UNICEF and WHO, and you can remember by the name GREAT, that is the first global report on assistive technology, that is GREAT, and it was released by WHO and UNICEF jointly. Moving on. Next we are talking about Kuwait. Kuwait is to build the world's largest petroleum research center. Remember, we are talking about Kuwait, and what it is building? It is building the world's largest petroleum research center. Alright, where is this being developed? It is being developed in Al Amhadi, that is south of Kuwait city, and this will be developed by the end of 2022. The estimated cost to develop this research facility or research center is around $120 million. The center will have 28 laboratories and it will develop improved production and refining technologies that can be used by industry for different applications. Alright, so who is building the world's largest petroleum research center? It is being developed by Kuwait. Next, moving on to the question. Which state government constituted the drafting committee under the recently retired Supreme Court Justice Ranjan Desai to implement Uniform Civil Code? Tell me. I repeat the question. Which state government constituted the drafting committee under the recently retired Supreme Court Justice Ranjan Desai to implement the Uniform Civil Code? It was your which state? It was your Uttarakhand government. Alright, they announced a drafting committee to implement the Uniform Civil Code. The state committee is headed by retired Supreme Court Judge Justice Ranjan Desai and also includes the retired High Court Judge Pramod Kohli, former State Chief Secretary Shatrughan Sinha, and Manu Gaur, Surekha Dangwal. These are all the member of this committee also. Alright, so remember, coming back, which state constituted this committee to implement a Uniform Civil Code? It was your Uttarakhand. Moving on. Next, we are talking about Brics. Brics countries has recently launched a joint committee to further space cooperation. Now, if you are following up the news recently, all the countries are targeting space. Everyone wants to go to space. Now we are opening various hotels in space. We are targeting we are making space as a tourism sector, because now we see SpaceX is making the reusable rockets. SpaceX or Elon Musk is also planning to send people to Mars. Then we are targeting, India is also planning sending a mission to Venus. So now we have explored Earth, now we want to explore space. So that is the reason BRICS countries have came together and they have launched a joint committee to further space corporation. All right, to make a space corporation, so that if we are making any project or if we are coming up with any project, future project, then there will be a cooperation for the particular same. If we talk about BRICS, what are the countries? Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa. Alright, they also, remember, BRICS established a bank that was New Development Bank, the headquarter of which is in Shanghai. Alright, BRICS Joint Committee on Space Cooperation. This will bring a new era of cooperation in the fields of remote sensing, satellite observation and data sharing. The Joint Committee has also held its first virtual meeting. What is the aim of this? The aim is to improve cooperation and enable member countries, space agencies to work together more closely in the domains of remote sensing, satellites observation and data sharing. Alright, highly important, pay attention to it. Question can be asked that recently who, or you can say question will be asked that recently who launched a committee to further space cooperation on the remote sensing, satellites and joint data sharing. It was launched by which organization? It was launched by BRICS. All right. Next question is, you have to name the author that has authored the book Tomb of Sand. All right. This Tomb of Sand was earlier written in Hindi and the name was Raj Muslim. That has won the 2022 International Booker Prize. So the question asked you here is, who is the author of this Tomb of Sand? So the author is Gitanjali Shri. Alright, this was a Hindi novel and that was translated to later on into English, and this English version is known as Tomb of Sand. Also remember, this is the first time that any Indian language novel has won the International Booker Prize, and she is Gitanjali Shri. She is the author of this Raj Muslim. This book will be released by Penguin Random House. Alright, moving on. And yes, one more. This book has also won the English Pen Award. I was thinking about it. English Pen Award. Alright, this book is also the winner of the English Pen Award. Moving on. Next, we are talking about Moody. Moody has recently slashed the India's growth forecast to 8.8% for the fiscal year 2022. Earlier, they projected India's growth rate for the same year was 9.1%, but now they have slashed their growth down to 8.8% for 2022. All right. What is Moody? Moody is a global rating agency. In its global macro outlook report for 2022 to 2023, they have slashed down the India's forecast for calendar 2022 to 8.8. Earlier it was 9.1%, but now it has been reduced to 8.8%. The State Bank of India SBI in its latest edition of the research report, that is EcoRap, projected India's gross domestic product growth for fiscal year to be at 8.2 to 8.5%. It is projected for the fourth quarter of fiscal year 2022 and growth at 2.7%. All right. So if asked about Moody, what is the global growth rate for India's growth rate for the fiscal year 22-23, it is 8.8%, which was earlier 9.1%. All right. Another thing, remember, according to Moody, the inflation is projected to be around 6.5% for the year 2022 and 5.2% for the year 2023. This is the inflation rate for Moody, given by Moody. Next, we are talking about ONGC. ONGC has become the first E&P company to trade domestic gas on IGX. What is E&P? E&P is your exploration and production company. So ONGC, that is your Oil and Natural Gas Corporation, became the first exploration and production company to trade domestic gas on the Indian exchange. IGX is your Indian Gas Exchange. The first online trade was made by Anurag Sharma, ONGC director and in charge marketing of India's first automated national level IGS. ONGC has traded unspecified volumes from its Krishna Godavari block that is located off the shore of the Godavari Delta on the east coast of India. Coming back, the thing that you need to remember from this news is that ONGC has become the first exploration and production company to trade domestic gas on the Indian Gas Exchange. Next, we are talking about awards and recognitions. Author Wesley Morgan has been awarded with the Colby Award for the hardest place. This is the name of the book, that is The Hardest Place, the American Military Airlift in Afghanistan's Pack Valley. It is the 23rd edition of this Colby Award that has been won by author Wesley Morgan. Alright, here you can see William E. Colby Military Writers Award 2022, or you can say this is your Colby Award. And who won this? It was won by Wesley Morgan. He's a Wesley Francis Morgan. He's a journalist. Alright, highly important. And for the for his what work? The Hardest Place, the American Military Airlift in Afghanistan's Pack Valley, and this is the 23rd edition of this Colby Award. Moving on. Next, remember, we just saw this news that Adani has bought 50% stake in the drone startup General Aeronautics. Adani Defense Systems and Technologies, the wholly subsidiary of Adani Enterprise, bought a 50% stake in the Bangalore-based startup that is General Aeronautics Private Limited. The acquisition is expected to be completed by 31st of July 2022. Next, Menstrual Hygiene Day is observed on which of the following day? Menstrual Hygiene Day is observed when? Tell me. When do we observe Menstrual Hygiene Day? It is observed on 28th of May. Alright, 28th of May. Next news is related to Indian business portal, that is e-commerce marketplace. Our Union Minister of State for Commerce and Industries, that is Shrimati Anupriya Patel, has launched the Indian business portal, that is an international trade hub for Indian exporters and foreign buyers in New Delhi. And what is the name? What is it? It is a e-commerce portal. Alright, that is an international trade hub for Indian exporters and foreign buyers in New Delhi. If we talk about, then remember FIEO. What is FIEO? Federation of Indian Export Organization, in partnership with Global Linker, has designed and developed the Indian business portal, which would serve as an international trade hub to connect Indian exporters with the foreign merchants. So who developed this Indian business portal? It was developed by Federation of Indian Export Organization in partnership with Global Linker. It is a B2B, that is It is a B2B digital marketplace to empower small and micro enterprise exporters, artisans, and farmers to identify new markets for their products and grow their sales globally. What is the objective of the Indian business portal? Objective is it will help, or it will be digitizing Indian exporters, which further aids to become discovered. They will be able to be discovered online, promoting exports from all Indian states, showcasing India's strength in the wide range of products and services, providing a trusted network of Indian exporters to foreign players. Alright, so this is the basic idea behind this particular Indian business portal that will be developed by FIEO along with Global Linker. If we talk about this, Federation of Indian Export Organization and Global Linker developed this Indian business portal. Remember this is important. Next, here you can see the objectives. You can take a screenshot of it, or you can pause the video and just go through them once. Next, NHA, that is your National Health Authority, has launched a revamped Ayush Bharat Health Account mobile application. I repeat, recently NHA, that is your National Health Authority, has launched a revamped Ayush Bharat Health Account mobile application with new user interface and edit functionalities. What is UI? User interface. Alright, it is a mobile application, Ayush Bharat Health Account mobile application. This application was previously known as National Digital Health Mission. Alright, I repeat, this application was previously known as National Digital Health Mission Health Records Application. Health Records Application. This was the earlier name of this particular application. Then if we talk about Ayushman Bharat Digital Mission, this was launched in the year 2021 in the month of September. The aim of this mission was to provide digital health identities for all Indian citizens to help hospitals, insurance firms and citizens access the health records electronically when required. The Union Cabinet approved the national rollout of the Ayushman Bharat Digital Mission with a total budget of 1,600 rupees for the 5 years. Alright. Moving on. Next is new Arunachal monkey named after Sela Pass. First of all, tell me, where is Sela Pass located? Sela Pass is located in Arunachal Pradesh. First question. Alright. And a new monkey species has been found in Arunachal Pradesh that was named after Sela Pass. What is the name of this new species? It is Sela Macaque. Macaqe. Macaque. Sela Macaque. This is the name of the new species of this monkey that was recently found by the expert from the Zoological Survey of India and University of Calcutta, and it was discovered where? This new species was discovered in Arunachal Pradesh. Now, where is this Sela Pass located? This is also in Arunachal Pradesh. This is between Dirang and Tuang towns in the western Arunachal Pradesh. Moving on. Next is International Day of Action for Women's Health. This is observed on 28th of May. World Hunger Day on 28th of May. This is important. You need to pay attention because we know there is a food shortage going on around the world, and that is the reason this question can be important. World Hunger Day is observed on 28th of May. Next is World Menstrual Hygiene Day on 28th of May. So 3 days on 28th of May. International Day of Actions for Women Health, World Hunger Day and World Menstrual Hygiene Day is observed on 28th of May. Next is Adani Green Energy and Andhra Pradesh have signed an MOU for 60,000 crore investment. I repeat, Adani Green Energy Limited, that is AGEL, and Andhra Pradesh have signed an MOU for 60,000 crore rupees investment. In which state? In Andhra Pradesh. Alright, in which state? It is in Andhra Pradesh. This initiative will include a 3700 megawatt hydro storage project and a 10,000 megawatt solar energy project. And next news is UP Energy Minister AK Sharma has launched a portal Sambhav. What is this Sambhav? Sambhav is a multi-modal platform which has launched to dispose of public grievances swiftly and effectively and provide good governance and make the public service delivery transparent and accountable. This is Sambhav. And what is the full form of Sambhav? Systematic administration mechanism for bringing happiness and value. Note this down. Take a note of it. Take a screenshot of it. This is the full form of Sambhav that can be asked. And this was launched by Minister for Energy and Urban Development Arvind Kumar Sharma. Alright, this is a portal, not an application. Remember, it is a website. Website is a portal. First, PM dedicates and lays foundation stone of 11 projects worth 31,500 crore rupees in Tamil Nadu. Next, Adani Green Energy Arm commissions India's first wind solar hybrid plant in which location? Jaisalmer, Rajasthan. ICF Chennai will be manufacturing Gati Shakti train, that is India's first semi-high speed freight trains, or you can also say them cargo trains. They will be traveling at a speed of 160 km per hour and it can have a 16 coaches at a time. Government of India has approved new guidelines for MSc Cluster Development Program. Year-long celebration to commemorate, that is the 250th birth anniversary of Rajaram Mohan Roy, who was a social worker. He was born in the year 1771. UNICEF and WHO launched the first global report on assistive technology. And what is assistive technology? Assistive technology is the technology that helps any individual who is a disabled person. Alright, coming back, as I said, let me correct here. Rajaram Mohan Roy was not in the year 1771, it is 1772. Alright, remember this. Moving on, Kuwait will be building world's largest petroleum research center. Important. Brics Joint Committee on Space Cooperation was recently formed. Brics also formed, remember, New Development Bank, headquarters of which is in Shanghai, China. And this was the 7th edition of the Brics Cultural Ministers meeting. Next is RBI. RBI has reduced the minimum net worth norm for the non-bank to rupees 25 crore rupees, which was earlier 100 crore rupees. Moody's slashes India's growth forecast to 8.8% for the year 2022, which was earlier 9.1%. Next, ONGC, Oil and Natural Gas Corporation, became the first exploration and production company to trade domestic gas on the IGX. Wesley Morgan wins the Colby Award for the hardest place. This is the novel. Next is Adani has bought 50% stake in the drone startup, that is your General Aeronautics. Minister of State for Commerce and Industry Srimati Anupriya Patel has launched the Indian business portal, that is e-commerce marketplace. NHA has launched the revamped Ayushman Bharat Health Account mobile application. New monkey species was named after Sela Pass. Where was this discovered? In Arunachal Pradesh. And where is Sela Pass? It is also in Arunachal Pradesh. Next, International Day of Action for Women's Health was on 28th of May. On 28th of May only we observe World Hunger Day. This is important one you need to remember. And World Menstrual Hygiene Day is also observed on 28th of May. Adani Green Energy and Andhra Pradesh signed an MOU for 60,000 crore rupees investment for hydropower project, also a solar energy project. Then UP Energy Minister AK Sharma has launched Sambhav portal to monitor grievances and various schemes. So that was everything. If you are not making notes, I want you to all pause the video, stop the video and take all these notes, take a screenshot or write them down, note them down in your register. Then move on to the homework part. First question, name the ministry that recently signed an MOU with the Indian Space Research Organization to launch ISRO Technical Training Program. Important question. Next, when was the Ayushman Bharat Divas 2022 celebrated in India? Next, Tony Brooks, the pioneer of Formula 1, passed away in May 2022. Tony Brooks is dash racing driver. Next question. Which Indian Navy ship recently delivered critical medical aid to Sri Lanka under the mission Sagar X? Highly important question. You should know this. Alright. Now friends, it's the time for the question of the day. The question was, what was the venue of the 4th Regional Security Dialogue on Afghanistan? And the correct answer for this is option C, Dushanbe, Tajikistan. The National Security Advisors of Tajikistan, India, Russia, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Iran, Kyrgyzstan and China met in Dushanbe, Tajikistan for the 4th Regional Security Dialogue on Afghanistan on 26th of May 2022. India's National Security Advisor Ajit Doval sir said it will continue to guide India's approach. Alright, so where was it held? It was in Dushanbe, Tajikistan, the 4th Regional Security Dialogue on Afghanistan. So friends, that's the end of our session. I hope you have gained some interesting information today, and this information will be very helpful for you in the upcoming exams. So do like the video, subscribe, and also share the link of this video with your friends. And if you want us to continue with such sessions, all you have to do is comment below. The value of your comment is very much. Thank you. In the end, friends, if you use a code that is Vikas10, you will be getting an additional extra 10% discount by using this code Vikas10. Also, if you have any problem regarding the course purchase, any problem regarding to our application, you can contact us on the mobile number that is 9677333862. And if you want to mail us, you can also mail us on support@affairscloud.com, and I assure you that our representative from us will be contacting you soon and resolving your issue.